तं येन नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते मधुसूदनाय बापूजीति नामिने नमस्ते मधुसूदनाय भक्तिपात प्रियायते दुर्लभ कृष्ण भक्ति अति सरलकारिणे Hare Krishna. So today we will continue the Bhagavad Gita, shlok number 3.31. So hopefully you can see the screen here and over here. In 3.31, Lord Krishna continues. The chapter name is Karma Yoga. So all of this is the what results we will get for our actions. If you perform this action, you will get a good result. If you perform this action, you will get a bad result. But it is all about the karma that we do. Today, even recently, you may know that Virat Kohli and Anushka Sharma, when Virat Kohli announced his retirement from Test cricket, what did he do? He went to Vrindavan. He went to Premanand Maharaj. And over there, Premanand Maharaj was explaining to Virat Kohli. He asked him first, are you happy? Are you satisfied? And before even Virat could answer, or they didn't show that part, but Premanand Maharaj began to explain that money, fame, name, wealth, popularity, all of these are the actions of our previous karma. We may have done some amazing deeds in the past lifetimes. We may have given gold, diamonds in charity to the brahmanas, right? We may have donated cows. We may have donated land. We may have fed the poor. We may have done all of the good things. And because of that karma, we are receiving the good deeds to the fruits of that today. But he continued that the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, that is not part of our karma. That is not a result of any of our past actions. That is simply the mercy of the Lord. So over here in the Karma Yoga in chapter 3 in 3.31, Krishna is saying that those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy become free from the bondage of fruitive actions. Because today we are all here because we have to either enjoy the fruits of our actions or we have to suffer for the fruits of our bad actions. But over here, Krishna is saying that those who execute their duties, who are following, living their life according to Krishna's instructions. What is Krishna's instruction? He says that approach a bona fide spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevya updakshite te jnanam jnanish. To approach a bona fide spiritual master, first serve him, and then submissively inquire from him about what? About the supreme truth, about what is the goal of this valuable human life. Remember, we have been discussing that we have two options in front of us. Everywhere we have two options in a lot of things. The choice is ours. And today, let us make that choice. Do we want to go back into the cycle of 8.4 million births again? Or do we want to make this our last birth? That is the main question. And Krishna over here is making it very simple and clear that those who execute their duties according to my injunctions, according to Krishna's instructions, and who follow this teaching faithfully without envy, become free from the bondage of fruitive actions, whether it's good or bad. And Krishna summarizes this in the end, in the 18th chapter, where he says, just surrender unto me. Mam ekam sharanam raja. Aham toam sarva papebhyo mokshasami ma sucha. Do not fear. Today, there's a lot of people that are speaking about the Bhagavad Gita. They're giving their own perspectives. But what we have today in this, in the form of Bhagavad Gita, as it is by Srila Prabhupada, right? This is as it was meant to be received. As it Krishna spoke it, as Arjuna understood it, and this is Krishna's teaching. A lot of people are today giving their own versions, their own definitions of this. One Maharaj so says that I am speaking the Bhagavatam, but I'm follower of Lord Shiva and I pray to Sai Baba. Right? What is that? The whole essence of all of the Vedas, the Puranas, the Shastras are to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So over here, when Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita that surrender unto me, we should not even think twice. Because first, let us understand who is saying that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma is saying, Ishvara Param Krishna Sachit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Lord Brahma, the creator of this universe, he is saying that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ishvara Param, topmost, Krishna, Sachit Ananda Vigraha. That Krishna, who is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Indra, when he came, he is saying, after he learned his lesson, when he made it rain for 7 days and 7 nights, he is saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Shiva is saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Our spiritual master, our Guru Maharaj is saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna himself is saying, yes, I am God. You do not see anyone else, any other demigod claiming that they are God. But we think that Krishna, we don't think that Krishna is God. We think he is another demigod. That is where growing up in this Sanatan Dharma, we are so confused. Even I was confused. Because they teach us that Krishna is the eighth avatar of Vishnu. But to really understand this, because when Krishna has to manifest in this material world, he has to come through the same process through which all of us came. And in doing so, right, everybody, all of the expansions, first of all, there you have Krishna, and he expands into all of the forms of Vishnu. There's Mahavishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu, Karunodakshaya Vishnu. And then within that, within each of the universes, there's a Vishnu. But it's very hard for our small minds to understand this. That's why the first time when I was hearing from a devotee that how you have a CEO of the company, and then you have the managing directors, and then you have the vice president, the senior vice president, the vice president, assistant vice president. You have all of these roles and titles. The same way, this whole universe also has the same thing. Krishna is the CEO, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the topmost. And everyone is just working and executing on his order. So when we have the demigods, we have Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha, we have Indradev, we have all of the demigods who are following Krishna's order. And we as human beings begin to think that no, we know more. We have more knowledge today than anyone else. I know what I am doing. I know what is right for me. I know that who is God. Some people don't even believe there is God. In the 70s or the 80s, there was Russia when they were testing out some of the bombs or sorry, when they were testing out actually space missions. When they had launched a rocket, that rocket actually reached the tip of the atmosphere of the Earth and it failed. And it began to come crashing down. At that point, one of the scientists said, we don't even believe in God. At least if we would have believed in God, we would have had someone to pray to right now that this rocket which is falling down does not fall on some innocent civilians. They should not lose their lives because of our testing and experiments. That we do not even believe in God. All the demigods are working on the orders of Krishna. But us, these small, tiny human beings, think that no, I know who God is. I know what I should be doing. I know what is most important for me in this life. Money is the most important, wealth, name, fame. But Krishna is clearly saying over here that those persons who execute their duties according to my injunctions, whose injunctions? According to Krishna's, and our spiritual master in this material universe is that representation of Krishna. There are no two ways about that. This is not blind faith that our spiritual master is the representative of Krishna. In fact, to a disciple, the spiritual master is equal to Krishna. But the spiritual master will never say that, yes, I am Krishna. Krishna says, surrender unto me. The spiritual master says, go surrender unto Krishna. In fact, Krishna is very possessive. Everywhere you will see that he says that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That surrender unto me. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Krishna is saying me, mine, all throughout the Bhagavad Gita to show that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But there's one place. In fact, he even says that if you worship demigods, that I will make your faith so strong that you will continue worshiping the demigods for lifetimes. And you will only believe and worship that demigod. But Krishna, on the other hand, you are saying that surrender unto me, always think of me. But if I believe in some demigod, you are making my faith so strong. So how will that faith break? How will I learn about you, Krishna? That's where, with the mercy of Krishna, with the mercy of Radharani, they send our spiritual master our way. Like I was saying, Krishna is very, very possessive. He wants to be the only one that we worship. But he wants us to make that choice, though. He's not forcing it on us, but to intelligently make that choice. But there's one place in the Bhagavad Gita where he says, approach a bona fide spiritual master, serve him. Everywhere else, Krishna is saying, worship me, do this for me. But in the fourth chapter, he's saying, go serve your spiritual master. Because from them you will learn about me. So, what are these Krishna's instructions? Those are the same instructions that our spiritual master gives us, either directly, one on one, or through their classes, through their teachings. And those who follow that, right, because the spiritual master will always give the instructions according to the Shastras, according to the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavatam, and those who follow those teachings faithfully, which are really Krishna's teachings. Because in the 12th chapter, Krishna describes what kind of devotees are really pleasing to him. He describes Sa Bhaktma Same Priya, right? He describes so many qualities, but we cannot even walk correctly on two or three of those. So, so forget walking on all of these Krishna's instructions or injunctions of how we should be living this life and how we should be executing our duties. It is very hard. But the spiritual master makes it very easy and simplifies that for us. Because remember, our habits can be changed, but our nature cannot. So if today we're eating meat and non-vegetarian and all of this, that is a habit. That can change to where we only start eating vegetarian food. But nature, if I am born a lefty and I'm used to eating with my left hand, you can change my habit of eating vegetarian food or stopping non-vegetarian food and turning into vegetarian, eating vegetarian food. But you cannot change my nature and make me eat with my right hand. So the nature of our eternal self is that we are Satchit Anand too. So when we approach a bona fide spiritual master, when we approach Krishna, at that point, our Satogun, we were talking about the three modes of material nature, our Satogun rises up and we began to feel that connection with Guru and Krishna. And you wish and you pray that that connection remains forever, but the modes of material nature keep changing. So over here, when Krishna is saying that execute your duties according to my injunctions, and those duties, dear devotees, they're very, very simple. It really is just simply always thinking of Krishna. Man mana bhava mad bhakta madhyaji mam namaskar. Whatever we do, think that we are doing it for Krishna. Because Krishna is within all of us as that supreme Brahman. So when we are even with our family, with our kids, right? No matter what they do to us, today they tell us one thing, we speak back 10 things. No matter what they say to us, see that supreme Lord within them and perform your actions that I am doing it for the Lord within you. Those are Krishna's teachings. It is not that I'm serving this human body or somebody else's human body. I'm serving that supreme Lord within them. When we are sleeping, we sleep to wake up early in the morning so that we can chant Krishna's name. Our sleeping also becomes Krishna consciousness. Why? Because we're sleeping for Krishna early, so that we can wake up early. Right? There are so many examples. So whatever actions we perform, remember, always perform for Krishna. At the end of the day, even if we are focusing and concentrating on our work, on our studies, at that point, we are working for Krishna so that whatever money we earn or Lakshmi comes in, we use that in the service of our family, which indirectly is worshipping Krishna over there. When we are studying Krishna, I'm studying so that I can learn and I can become successful materially so that I can serve you more and more. Right? Everything that we do, remember, Krishna should be at the center, not the lust, the ego, the name, the fame, the wealth. If we are doing our action only for the name, for the wealth, for the fame, that is completely opposite of what Krishna is saying over here. So let us try to work on this. It's not easy, but with the spiritual master's mercy, they make it very easy for us to walk on this path and always think of Krishna. We'll end here today and then we'll continue tomorrow. And before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Hare Krishna.